The New Republic needs to delegate better. You got a forward base with a commanding officer who needs to know the intent of the New Republic with the power, I would argue, to make tactical and strategic decisions in his location without need to phone home. But let's take a look. They need to phone home.
Captain Tate, we have been attacked by Pirate King Gorian Shard. I am humbly requesting the New Republic to send a patrol to clear out the raiders. The situation is dire.
Forward this to Coruscant. Request permission to intercede.
We'll never get an answer in time.
Then I'm just gonna have to go there and talk to them myself.
So this guy, I don't remember his name. He's sort of the commander of this air group out here. He should have the power to be like, I think this is strategically important and tactically important for this area under my command. Send him. Send the patrol.
Right.
He shouldn't have to phone home. But then he has to actually show up at Coruscant to have any influence over decisions.
Right.
What a waste of
Captain
time.
Teva here to see Colonel Tuttle.
And you are?
Carson Teva, Adelphi base.
You're a long way from home.
I'm requesting authorization and backup for a Adelphi squadron in dealing with the pirate siege on Navarro.
I haven't heard of it. It does sound concerning.
Excuse me, Colonel.
Have you ever heard of Navarro?
I have. Spent some time there. They have yet to sign the charter.
Uh-oh.
We can't leave them defenseless.
Do we have a backlog of requests from member worlds that have priority?
I don't think that this is an isolated episode. Navarro has reported account.
So I just want to say, if proximity to the decision makers gives you power, then these ex-imperialists have more power than devoted pilots in a forward base.
That's right.
That power needs to be delegated a lot better. Leia, where are you? In fact, this is military. So who's in charge of military operations? Akbar?
Yeah, I guess so, right?
So
Yeah,
he needs to create a power structure within the military that delegates well, communicates up and down the chain, but gives power to forward bases.
Exactly. The forward bases need localized autonomy. You can't say, defend this area, but also check with me if you need to defend it. Well, you're not going to have time to defend it. People are going to walk all over you. You need to be able to trust your local commanders to command local stuff.
So here, Elia Kane has more influence than, don't remember this pilot's name.
Captain Carson Teva.
Teva. Captain Teva is fighting ex-imperial people.
This is an isolated episode. Navarro has reported accounts of stormtroopers in the streets. TIE fighters openly flying above. As I'm hearing, Moff Gideon never made it to trial. These events could all be connected.
I think that's a bit of a leap.
Really?
This isn't a rebellion anymore. We have a structure now. Let's focus on what you require.
I'm requesting authorization and backup for dealing with pirates on Navarro.
Perhaps the leaders of Navarro need to understand why becoming a Republic signatory is valuable.
Sounds like a rather imperial way of thinking.
Thank you, Captain, for bringing this to our attention. Apologies, we can't do more.
There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
The New Republic guy is so wrapped up in ideals of we've brought these former Imperials back into the fold. They're so wrapped up in ideals that they're not actually serving the people.
My biggest problem was, okay, so this Imperial bureaucrat, New Republic bureaucrat needs to make decisions about priorities with limited resources. So the fact that he would prefer signatories over non-signatories, I'm actually okay with that because there's limited resources. There's only so much you can do.
Okay.
I think the real problem is the fact that they didn't delegate the power out to this guy who's saying, you know what, that principle doesn't hold here. I need to make this decision.
Agreed.
Captain Teva knows the situation in his sector.
Right. I guess that's core people holding power for themselves and leaving the outer rim alone.
On its own. And that is imperial.
That's imperial.
Right. I think my opinion, you can disagree with me, I think Republic ideals is about decentralized authority with strong principles, whereas imperial ideals is centralized power through fear.
I think that's the definition of those categories, of those governments.
Yeah.
So actually, the New Republic is kind of an empire.
Kind of imperial-ish, yeah.
It's more than they think they are.
Yeah.